Hey guys, welcome back to the first episode of Tech Talk Tuesdays, where we talk tech on a Tuesday. And this episode is just going to be based off the Google Pixel 4 and iPhone 11, the two hottest phones out right now because they're the newest phones that were released. And you have Google's top phone and iPhone's top phone. But today we're going to be talking about the smaller devices, so the iPhone 11 and the Google Pixel 4, and why it's actually surprising to see that Apple listened to what everyone wanted, and Google did the opposite, which is very weird. They just switched places, but we're gonna get into that. So first off, we have the iPhone 11, which has an LCD display. This screen is right? Everyone knows the screen is but it has good battery life, a great processor, iOS 13. It's just an all-around well-rounded phone. Sure, it doesn't have any of those crazy new features, but it's just a good phone, and that's what people want nowadays. And the price is very compelling as well, only being $700. While on the Google Pixel 4, it starts at $799, and you get a very small battery life. And as you've seen on Twitter or whatever different YouTube video that goes over the Pixel 4, the battery life is atrocious. So that's one of the biggest problems I have with the new Google Pixel 4. And it's actually surprising to me that I prefer the iPhone 11 over the Pixel 4. Not only because the Pixel 4 is just so the screen's better, but the battery life sucks. And the main thing that you want from a phone is battery life. Sure, the camera on the Google Pixel 4, what it's called for camera stills, which is what I like taking, it's way better. But when it comes to video, iPhone is king, and their picture quality is not bad at all. I just prefer Google's. But if I wanted a well-rounded phone to get my money's worth, I'd go with the iPhone. And that's actually really surprising for me to say, because I've never really been an Apple fan. And over the past few years, I've had to think, oh, well, maybe this one thing about this phone is good. And for the iPhone 11, I was actually surprised, because even though it's an incremental upgrade, they did upgrade a lot in terms of specs and camera wise. So bigger battery, better processor. The screen stayed the same, sadly. You still have the old notch, and the LCD display isn't the greatest. It's from the XR. But for me, the iPhone 11 is what the XR should have been in the first place. So when I saw them lower the price for the XR and iPhone 8, it was actually really surprising to me, because they've never done that before in the past. All the phones stay the same price regardless of them sucking or not. And it's just really nice to see that either A, they're feeling market pressure, or B, they're starting to listen to their consumers. While on the other hand, with Google, Google raised their prices this year and gave you less, basically, because they have the radar sensor, but that basically doesn't really work. And then their Face ID can work when your eyes are closed, so it can work on dead people, basically. And sure, they're gonna fix that in coming months, not days, months. There's an article about this that I read, and I thought it was crazy that they're waiting that long just to fix one feature. And sure, it's not as easy as it sounds, but come on, they should have done that before the phone was even announced or released to the public. And there's just a lot of problems with the Google Pixel 4. Battery wise, screen is nice, obviously 90 Hz, but that 90 Hz kills the phone, basically. So the battery life is crazy bad. The radar sensor and the 90 Hz takes up even more battery, even though it's a 2,800 milliamp battery. You can't expect a lot from it. And then just for them to add all these crazy new features, and the only way for your phone to last long enough is if you turn those new features off, which is really weird and counterproductive. They should have at least made it around 3,500 milliamp battery, because in general, 2,800 milliamp is super small. What were they thinking? That's basically my question. What's going through their head when they're making this phone and decided to make it 2,800 milliamps? It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. Now, sure, you have those cool colors, right? The white, the black, and I do really appreciate the design from the Pixel 4. I mean, people are like, oh, it's still the same square cutout, but it's blacked out. To me, that makes a big difference, because the camera bump is blacked out instead of it being colorized on the iPhone. Now, while I don't mind this on the iPhone 11, I do mind it on the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max. I think it looks ugly because of how cramped it is. but the iPhone 11 looks really nice, and it just looks cleaner, in my opinion, than the iPhone 11 Pro and Pro Max. While as on the Pixel 4, it has those like black edge, and I think that looks super cool, super sleek, and apparently it gives more grip as well, so that's always nice. But at the end of the day, I'd still buy an iPhone 11 over the Pixel 4, and that's surprising because whenever I choose a phone, it's not just about the phone, it's not just about the camera, it's about the well-rounded experience that you get with the phone. And that's why I have the S10 Plus. You get the decent camera while I still have the G Cam on it, because Google's camera is better. It has a decent camera, good processor, good battery life, an amazing screen, and a lot of storage. With the iPhone 11, you get a decent screen, a better camera than my phone for sure, nice processor, and good battery life. For the Google Pixel 4, you lack the battery life, so everything else after that becomes void because you need good battery life to even use those new features that the phone comes with, and that's what Google Pixel 4 lacks. Anyways, thank you guys for watching the first episode of Tech Talk on a Tuesday. Let me know what you guys think about the series in the comments below, and if you didn't like it, it would mean a lot to me if you could like and subscribe for more content like this in the future. Anyways, that's it for me. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.